Yo, chronic chatter in the spot, light it up. BigTyme and Corey, yeah, we rising up. Can't immunity deep, we ain't playing along. We built this from the roots, yeah, we can't immunity strong. Roll it up, light it, let's talk real facts. Cultivation on lock, yeah, we laying down tracks. From the seed to the harvest, gotta love the process. BigTyme and Corey got the game in progress. Shout garden cultivation, they holding it down. See the Harvest podcast, spreading gems all around. I can THC, Mary grinding it right. All this green queen status, keeping it tight. Jeremiah build a soil, mix it up like a chemist. Chad Westport's got that flame, no gimmicks. PKR dropping straight facts. Love for this plant, no, we never turn back. We growing, we smoking, we vibing all day. Haters keep talking, but we making our way. The knowledge, the hustle, the roots stay strong. If you ain't with the team, then you got it all wrong. Roll it, light it, pass it along. BigTyme and Corey keep the culture strong. Can't immunity love, yeah, we ride till it's gone. Ohio in the house, yeah, we can't immunity strong. To be blunt podcast, we puffin' that truth. Dropping knowledge on the mic, yeah, they bringing the proof. Slide local, stay wavy with the vibe so smooth. Norma G, king status, yeah, he making big moves. More smoke in the air, yeah, we blaze to the sky. This that chronic chatter wave, getting high off the vibe. Bruise, goofy growing, but the knowledge ain't a joke. Koi baking too, got the terps in the smoke. Haters gonna hate, but we moving ahead. If they talking sideways, let them talk till they red. Fuck how they feel, we just doing what's best. This game ain't a sprint, it's a lifelong test. Roll it, light it, pass it along. BigTyme and Corey keep the culture strong. Can't immunity love, yeah, we ride till it's gone. Ohio in the house, yeah, we can't immunity strong. This for the growers, the smokers, the ones who stay true. For the teachers, the leaders, yeah, we all coming through. Chronic chatter taking flight, yeah, we rise like the smoke. Can't immunity forever, yeah, this love ain't a joke. Son.
What's up with you guys? That's right, it's your boy BigTyme.
KindBudz and Dank Nugs.
That's right, and today we might get it together. We make chronic chatter. Hey, you guys, what's up, man? We ain't got it right. I'm gonna record that shit. We're gonna play it.
Hey, Reno, man, I can't even guess when the hell you're gonna say chronic chatter. And at least I got my joint rolled up in time, though.
He's got it, man. What's up with Todd Wilson tonight? Good to see you, Mr. Gardner for Trichomes. What's up, buddy? RJS, Monkey Man, is in the fucking building. What's up, Ohio? We got some shit to talk about tonight, y'all. Your boy wasn't prepared. Oh, yeah. Your boy wasn't prepared tonight, man. We kind of little miscommunication, and I didn't get my thumbnail together. Tonight we got Connor from Gambit Growing coming up tonight. So please, you guys, get your questions ready. This guy's ready to answer whatever you got to throw at him. Let's make it some good ones. Staggering Productions, what's up? Taz in the fucking building.
Scrolls Master Taz, my dude.
He be popping them seeds in the house too.
You have to give Gambit Growing a wrench, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll make sure I do that here soon. Sorry about that, Gambit. Spanish Casey in the house. Shode! Yeah, staggering. I'll get on my shit here in a minute, man. You guys, so like I was saying, I didn't get to make a thumbnail, nothing for Connor, man. So let's make him work hard. Let's give him some good. We're gonna let him let you know what he's doing, what he's all about first. If you guys ain't familiar, because BigTyme is new to Gambit Growing, so I'm learning new tonight. So if you guys got anything you want to know, man, let's get it. Gambit, welcome to the show, bro. Thank you very much for coming up and sharing.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Stoked to be here.
Facts, man. Thanks.
Well, BigTyme, I won't hold it against you too hard, man, for no thumbnail. It's all good, brother. We don't even need one. We're just going to roll up the cuff here. But yeah, stoked to be here.
Red card.
See a lot of familiar faces in the chat, so that's great. A lot of guys from my community and some crossover here, so that's awesome to see. We do have such a great community here in the growing world. So yeah, stoked to be on and answer everyone's questions. I know not everyone knows sort of our story and what we're about, so yeah, stoked to shoot the shit with you guys and talk growing equipment for the next hour here.
Sounds good. And
Right.
as far as I know, you are a distributor. You run your own business. Y'all one-man show. You do it all.
I do it all, man. I design the product. Well, you know what? I can't say I do it all by myself. I'm the owner. I run the day-to-day operations, but I have amazing guys, in our corner, great ambassadors, great Discord community, which we actually just launched. So a lot of my product development and all the ideas I kind of run it through the community, the team that sort of supports us and supports Gambit, just because I know there's so many different styles and ways of growing. And so I like that to be shown in the products we design. So making sure that, how we configure our tents are good for soil guys, good for hydro guys, for whatever, whoever's sort of using our products. So for me, our business is here to serve the community. It's here to serve you guys. So why not involve the community in our product development? So I've been growing for years. I started Gambit growing during my MBA when I was doing my master's degree. I started growing years ago. I have a family member that has autism, and so I started growing with my parents for them. And I come from a farming background, loved growing, and so kind of over the years, I just kind of realized there just was a lack of. There was no real player in the market in the growing industry that really cared about the community, that actually had a background in growing, and that cared about the values that the community is and what it's all about. I feel like a lot of brands are just situated overseas, or they're, let's say, an HVAC company that stumbled into growing. We don't need to say names. We probably all know who I'm talking about. But
right.
For me, this was started as a growing company for the cannabis industry. However, we do plan on, getting into garden stores and stuff like that and introducing more people to different types of growing. But that's more or less, that's the elevator pitch, boys.
Hey, well, you know what? That's what it's all about. Because like most people that have these bigger companies, bigger, brands, they've probably never grown in their life. Yep. Like they, agriculture, they went through the schooling maybe, and they learned things, but unless maybe that's, I said, maybe you're right. Yeah. But no, I mean, no hands-on, no family growing, it's like never, like, we're just going to do this out of college or whatever. Never. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you come from just a long line of growing first before you decided to make a product for yourself, probably first, that helped you grow better.
100%. 100%. A lot of our tent accessories and stuff, I do a lot of prototyping with 3D printers and stuff like that. And so you'll see a lot of things in the products we design that you just think, yeah, this guy's a grower. Like, these guys get it. Like, it's the little things that I think really make the product sort of stand out. But yeah, like, for me, it's not just a company where, I started and was like, oh, I'm going to go make some money. Let's go on, AliExpress or Alibaba and slap our name on some products. I actually vetted all of our factories. I worked with them intensely and pretty much would just find a product, a good baseline, let's say a baseline tent. And from there, I was like, hey, guys, we're starting from the ground up. We're going to go thicker diamond mylar. So we got, for our tents, we got the 2000D diamond mylar, kind of the thickest on the industry. I know AC Infinity and us sort of share the same mylar in that regard. And then pole-wise, I saw way too many tents sort of just falling apart. So we went with a 25 millimeter pole, thickest on the market. I'm 6'3", 210 pounds. I can do chin-ups in our tent. I don't suggest people doing that, but our tents are built to last. I know people work hard for their money and they want stuff to last. And that's what I want too for when I was a grower. So I just wanted to be essentially what I was wanting when I was a grower and still am. And so every product that has its name on it is something that I'm proud of, and that's something that I would grow with myself. And then not to mention our zippers, our tent accessories, which I designed with, like I said, our printers, comes with a banner, like we try to really bring value. And so, yeah, that's just one of our products where you can just notice it's the little things.
And on the market, I see so many cheap tents, like even mine. I paid $65 on Amazon for a 5x5. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a decent tent, but man, even when I first set it up, I had pinhole, light leaks in there, and
Mhm.
I'm getting more and more, and it's brand new. I've only used it for one run.
Mhm.
I thought I needed this tent quick, and all tents are the same, but it's not true. Not all
Mhm.
tents are the same. If you get a decent tent, man, you can keep it around for a while, and there's more benefits to it too. You get a cheap tent, and somebody who doesn't know what they're doing putting it together, some Chinese made something factory, and you're gonna get zippers that are gonna break off. You're gonna have more problems than it's worth in the long run.
100%, 100%, and I feel that sentiment entirely. And it's funny, $65 US for a 5x5. Like mine cost even more to bring in because you get what you pay for, right? Like
Right.
I even look at our tent on Amazon compared to, like, let's say one of the Chinese players. Our tent weighs like within the box weighs 40% more. So with that, like, you're getting value, right? Like you get what you pay for. And some people don't realize that. And so I don't know, like I'm really trying to like hammer that home with us, like, hey, like we offer a really good product at an affordable rate. So like I do think we have like that build quality of like, I kind of look at it as like a hybrid between like almost like a Gorilla tent and like an AC Infinity tent at a cheaper
Right.
cost. And I think it's
Best
got
of
the best
both worlds right there.
and I think it's got the best features of both. Not to mention, let me see if I don't have them at my desk, but give me a second.
There's that Gorilla tent. I checked out that Gorilla tent. That's what I really wanted. I wanted one with the extended roof, because even mine, like with the 800-watt light I have hanging, you can see it bows. Like when I got it up against my wall, it in the middle, it goes like this
Mhm.
from the weight of the light, and I'm terrified it's gonna break at some point and smash my plants and kill my whole grow.
And dude, not even just that.
You
What happens if
don't
you're
want
not
to do
home?
something like that, people. You don't want to worry about shit like that.
What happens if you're not home, man? That comes crashing down and that hot driver catches your house on fire.
Right.
And that's the pivot into our next thing. All of our electronic products go through either ETL, or ETL or UL certifications, meaning every single component gets taken apart and tested and categorized and is ensured that it is up to a safety standard. That makes it so, let's say, for example, if hell was to break loose and our light, something fell on it and it caught your house on fire. If your insurance company does an investigation and sees that it's ETL or UL certified, your insurance stands, you're fine. You run a cheap Chinese light that's not certified, they can void you.
Right.
They're actually technically not allowed to be selling in North America, but what they do, and I know how these companies do it because I get suppliers reaching out to me daily saying we can get into Canada, and I'm like no, not the right way, is their power cord will be ETL or UL certified, but the diodes, the switches, the connectors, the driver are not. And so that's like the really discouraging piece is you even see some of the big players, and I search up their ETL code and I'm like, that's a power cord. You're a multi-million-dollar company and you're putting profits over people's health and safety. And for me, I want to sleep good at night, guys. I when I'm on Discord and stuff, it's not Gambit Growing, it's Gambit Connor. I'm the face of the brand. I come on these calls like, you know what? Like I'm an honest, straight shooting guy. And so for me, I just always want to be putting out products that I'm proud of and that are safe and that are quality and that are affordable. I don't want to price people out of the market. I know the economy's tough. So yeah.
Facts. And
That's
you know
awesome.
what? If somebody can't appreciate that, they got some problems because that big market companies just don't do that for us. I mean, they come out and tell you that that's what it's all about. But I mean, until you've come from, I'm going to shout out Jeremy from Build a Soil. These own people. I got shout out Root Nerds too.
Mark is a beauty. We're working on stuff right now. We're connected. Like, you know what? The good guys are sticking together, and you know what? It's a good thing.
But like you were saying, Don from Can also, I mean, he made the product itself. He is, that's why he's so into the community. I mean, you're out here, man. You don't got the executives or the company presidents out here on our channels, explaining things.
No, first time I met Connor, man, I was like, I like this dude. I get a sense from people. I could talk to you for about, a couple of minutes and be like, I don't like this person. There's something about him, man. But I can also talk to you and be like, I like this dude. He's all right. So yeah, I did that. And as soon as I did, I jumped on. I was like, hey, man, You want to come on Crawling and Chatter and hang out like we did on Ruse? So yeah, I'm glad you're here because you are a wealth of information, man.
Me too, man. I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we definitely, that's what we're here for. The Chronic Chatter is for you guys to come up and let people know what your business is about. I mean, you know, you get face to face with people. It's a lot easier to get personal and want to go buy your product. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, so, I mean, we really appreciate your time, man. Like anything that you want to let us know. Cause like you said, I'm new. You have, and this isn't the only thing you do. I've watched a few podcasts and you're an all around entrepreneur. You're like,
I got a couple things. Yeah. So,
nice, man.
During my undergrad and masters, I had a marketing agency. So it may not seem like it because we don't put out nearly enough content. Mind you, I'm just very scared because our massive Instagram got taken down with like 7K followers. So
yeah,
trying to figure out how we move forward there. And I have some ideas and stuff. And it's been a lot of the first year has just been so much product development, building out our systems. Because even though, like, you know what, I did go to school, I got my master's and stuff. Like, you know, I can sit at the boardroom table with the suits and, you know, talk that talk. But I'm also like, I'm a guy's guy. You know, I hunt, I fish, I like to grow. So you know what, like that's why I'm really excited about this brand because I really think I can take it somewhere because I can sort of wear both those hats. Yeah, man, yeah. So I obviously have a marketing background, so like, you know, photo and video is something I really want to get back going with the company. I have a lot of great ideas. I want to get back growing myself. It's hard. Things are just crazy busy. I'm also not partaking tonight. Unfortunately, just drinking a good old bubbly. I'm about a month and a half off of my pro season. I play pro beach volleyball as well. So during the summertime when everybody's outdoor growing, I'm out on the beach playing ball. So and then winter times when I kind of lock it down. And then I also have a little hunting and fishing apparel company that kind of I do for fun with the guys. We go out in the bush when we're slap on some shirts, take some photos right off the trip. That's kind of it. But Gambit's the pride and joy.
Right.
And so yeah, I do a little bit of everything. But no, it's awesome, man. It's I like the challenges. I love business. It's a huge thing I'm working on. You know, Gambit's it's been really my pride and joy, and you know, helping people and you know with good products and just sort of starting to see like people like, you know, now we're on like a couple guys have done a few runs now, and just to hear the feedback of like the quality of product and how things are standing up is great. And I've been yapping so much, I haven't been able to read the chat enough, but there's so many like I got Potsy, I got Sky. There's a lot of like familiar faces, like people that just love supporting Ruse in there. I want to say I maybe saw Canna, like guys like here, I'm going live and like they just want to be there. Like they're supporting David over Goliath. Like, you know, they're getting in now because like they see like what we're doing and we're doing it right. And so, you know, I don't want to be
that's the main thing.
Yeah. I don't want to be too preachy. Like, you know what, like, you know, we still have a lot to learn. Like, you know, I'm still figuring stuff out as it goes. And, you know, it's, you know, I feel like an imposter every day, but you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm testing everything and just making sure everything's so top notch before it comes out. So a lot of people be like, hey Connor, like, why don't you have an oscillating fan in your kit? And the answer is I couldn't find one that I was happy enough putting my name on and that I felt comfortable selling to guys. Because we've all had those fans.
They're all jumping up there, man.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to tells me that they're Spider Farmer, they're AC Infinity fans, they're all broken.
So the question is it the fan or the shit that our plants put off? Because, you know, I think our fans get so loaded up with that pollen and stuff or whatever the plant, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I think a big part of it's the weatherproofing. I think a big part of it's that high relative humidity.
Right.
I think the fact that like those fans, they're pulling fan motors from like other existing fans that people have on their desk to shoot air at them when they're working a couple hours a day. Those fans weren't designed to run 24 hours a day, which guys are running. Facts. Like for me, like I've actually in the next 6 months, we will have a really good oscillating fan. It will look very similar to a lot of the competitors out there. Well, but I'm working with the factory to improve some of the internals. I have a good friend of mine who's an electrical engineer. So we kind of found the weak spots in the fan and we just said, hey, like we want to replace it with this, and that. And we don't want you selling it to anyone else with those parts. Like that's like our design. So that's something that you can kind of do with some suppliers as well, where like, you know, there's only so many, there's only so many like factories that make this product or that product. But when we go to them, we say, hey, we got some ways to make it better, but we want that to just be with us. That's our competitive advantage.
Yeah.
So those are things that we're working on. But so yeah, for me, I think it's a relative humidity. I think it's the fact that early on, a lot of people are also using those crappy tents that have a lot of suck in on the wall when you're deep in flower. So when those walls are sucking in and that oscillating fan is just even tapping it, it's wearing on that motor, and it's not great. But give me 10 seconds here. I should have it ready, but I'm going to show you something.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, man. I want one of those fans when he gets that, because I've been looking around asking everybody, like, what's a good fan? And ain't nobody can tell me a fan that has lasted them anytime at all. And 100%. It's kind of disheartening.
Well, I mean, shout out AC Infinity, because even though they got good fans, they know how often they go bad. These people don't have a problem replacing them. Like, they'll just send you, okay.
They replaced their first round.
Right.
They replaced their Gen 1.
Right.
Because they released an awful product that was breaking. Their second gen is holding up good from what I hear. Very similar factory that I'm working with. I do think that we have some ways to make that even better.
Right.
But it's one of the things, like for us, like, we're not a massive company. So for me, I find a factory with a good existing product. We take it apart and we find a couple ways in which we can still keep the same sort of price, but we make it better. So we're not ripping off AC Infinity. We're pretty much taking something that's Vivo, they're all using the same factory. It's just we're going in there
and making it better.
And we're not worried about the bottom line. I'd rather it cost a couple bucks more and have this thing last 50% longer for you guys, because you know what? Like that's what I want for myself. But something that I designed
before, what I want.
Yeah, exactly. So something that I designed because I saw so many fans burning out, and these come with our tents. And so I sell this tent accessory pack for all brands of tents, but then it also comes with our tents for free. So one of the products is our tent spreaders. So you put this in the corner, and this keeps the walls from sucking in around that fan. So this is something that only a grower could design, who's actually grown and experienced your walls sucking in.
Right. Yeah. So we're using fucking
coat hangers and
coat hangers. Yeah.
That's heinous. That's insane. That's insane.
Right. Yeah. So I like that. You got a good deal.
And
first of all, I have more of a problem, Gambit, because Connor, I have, a normal size tent, but my ceilings are so low, I literally had to cut 2.5 inches off my bars going up and down, which gave me that much more, you know what I mean? So I tore up an AC Infinity fan in less than one grow, because I don't think it was able to move after the fan started working.
Yeah. So we take pride in the fact that, like, I'm a guy that over veggies. I love having more height. I'm also 6'3". I'm a tall dude. So we made our tent kind of like, we didn't want to do like the add-on like Gorilla. It makes the tent a lot more expensive. So I was like, can we make a hybrid? Can we make something that a lot of basements I know are 7 feet tall? So I was like, let's stay under that 7 feet sort of range. We don't need to go crazy big, but I think that's a good size. And our factory, like their machinery, it made it so they could facilitate that quite well. We go a lot higher than the costs start to get more, so it just didn't make sense.
Right.
But what I'm realizing too, there's some guys that have like 6 feet basements. So
that's me. That's what I have. Yes.
And the only one, my good friend, I'll shout him out, Muskoka grower, great guy, awesome guy in the community. Lots of people in the chat probably know him. He's been like, Connor, man, I need a Gambit tent. And so I'm looking at making a smaller tent as well that's just below 6 feet tall as well. Doing a bit of a more limited run of those ones. But yeah, because like, you know what? I want those basement guys to still be able to grow with us. But so like I said, our tents come with 4 of these. And then another part of our tent accessory pack, don't know if you can see it here, is our wire warden.
Yeah,
so
we'll get you in there. We'll get you in.
These, there you go. So these essentially go on your vertical poles. And so these sections here are where you run all your wires. I was always sick of having a zap strap stuff and keep it out of the way and then recutting zap straps. But with these, you just pretty much just run your wires through here and up and down the poles, and they slide. So it helps with wire management big time. So once again, just a little thing just to clean up your tent.
Right.
Does that make sense? You get how this works? So
I'm looking at, yes, sir. And oh my God.
Yeah, I hate when my strings, especially for my lights or from my light hooks, my pulleys, the strings hang down, and I got like clips, but they always come off. And those things, you just wrap it around there, and it keeps it right off the plants.
Well, Corey, I got a product that's specifically just for that. Funny you say that. So I hate the ratchet hangers where you have to wrap it around the top pole and zip it on themselves. We made these. These are our bud buckles. So you run these through your top bit of your So I actually got a cut off support beam from the top of our tents.
Because none of the other
I forgot about those.
Yeah, you slip it on, and then essentially it just hangs. And then everyone's like, oh, what are those extra little arms for? What you then do is you take all your slack, you bundle it all up, and you hang it. So it's not in your driver. It's not going to catch a fire. It looks cleaner.
There we go.
Super, super solid. And then it's so easy. Pull it off, and you're easily adjusting. So much easier than having to pull up the slack, and you're goofing around. And so once again, there's little things that just improve the quality of life. And I'm creating corner tables that are little tables that you can attach to your poles. So you can have a little place for your hygrometer, little tools. Like there's so many things. I'm working on attachments for scrog, like full on scrog netting. I actually got one here. So just connects, you get poles that connect in. And so it pretty much allows you to run like a full PVC piping around, and you can make your own scrog setup.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's lots of things I'm working on, like little things like that. And so it's fun. It's ways just to make growers' lives easier. And it's another way that just makes kind of our product stand out a bit. So so those come with our tent. So 4 of these, so 4 of the spreaders, 4 of the bud buckles here, and then 8 of the wardens come with it as well. So this just helps you clean up all of your wires. So yeah, Scott, I got a corner table for you, buddy. Don't you worry.
I just Gromy here, my neighborhood here, got a hold of me, and he says, hey, come down and check out my tent. Tell me what you think. I get down there, and this tent looks good. He just doesn't have a humidifier. And of course we need it. We're here in Ohio, man. We need a humidifier bad. So I tell him, I'm like, you need a humidifier. And I mean, not knocking your corner thing, bro, but he's got a 3D printer, and I'm looking, I'm like, what is that? And he made these corner pieces that click to his bars.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, that's just, he made it for himself.
Same principle. That's
awesome. For sure. Like, go for it. Right. Like for me, I use the 3D printer to essentially just design prototypes, because there's so many different pole sizes. It's pretty tough to have me go overseas and get those molded. But I do other things with the printer that I prototype. So for example, like BigTyme, I haven't seen many of your grows, but do you LST or like what style, like, or do you scrog? Like, what's your thing?
I do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. So
yeah.
So have you seen those LST clips before?
Oh yeah.
So you see where you have to buy all the different sizes and the different angles?
Yes, sir.
What happens if I told you I could make one clip that did it all? That simply, it adjusts. It's a ratcheting LST clip. So based
Get
on
out of here.
Whatever you need. And so
Spanish KC, do you see this shit?
Exactly. So it fully ratchets, and then when you get around to the end, you just pull it past and pull it the other way. It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, you're killing it.
I designed these with the printer.
Yeah.
You'll look on the site. These aren't on the site because, once again, I'm not happy enough with the quality. They break unless you adjust them every week, because you just got to think that plant's putting so much tension.
Fuck yeah, them plants.
People also tell me you gotta change out all clips because like they'll essentially break. But for me, I want to make them with something. Really solid. So,
well, I can.
I've had them grow into the clips before.
Well, I can put it this way: it only takes about a week to train that branch. So, I mean, for these people that are breaking clips or growing into their branches, you're leaving them on there way too long. I mean, seriously.
2 weeks, dude, tops. I mean, I leave mine on for 2 weeks, and I switch them to a different position on the plant.
Move it somewhere else.
I switch them around every couple of weeks when I get that new growth. Then I switch them to a new one, and it seems to work out just fine. But yeah, you don't have to leave them on there until it grows into the branch. So yeah,
100%.
Connor, that's badass.
But you can't always be there, and you don't always catch everything. I screw up all the time. I know that.
No, 100%. So, but like, that's the thing is like, I take pride in the fact that I think our worst review we've ever gotten is a 4-star. And I think the guy misclicked it because he wrote the nicest review on our site. So for me, I'm just like, I just want people to be so happy when they spend their hard-earned money with us.
Right.
And so, yeah, like for me, I'm just like, these are going to break and someone's not going to really know. And they're going to take it out on the product, even though like it is a user error. So I'm trying to come up with a material that's going to be a lot more rigid, that instead of like maybe you have to adjust it every week, it's every 3 weeks. And then if it really breaks, that's like really on you. Don't break your branches.
he was saying maybe you should make them where they do break and don't break a branch. But I don't think I've ever
Like
seen
bud trainer clips. Yeah, bud
Yeah.
trainer clips. They break. Yeah, I've seen them break before when the
if you
plant
bend them too
starts
far.
bending too much, and
Yeah.
they're made so they don't damage your plant. But I
Yeah.
mean, who wants to keep buying clips over and over and shit? Like they're gonna break. You know, of course,
That's
eventually.
a tough
I
part,
don't
right?
use
Like,
mine over and over. More the better.
yeah, I like that idea because I didn't think about it. I could see Bud Trainer, they do use a great material. Like I've seen it. I'm like, yeah, I could see that breaking branches for sure. Like those aren't gonna like the branch will break before it breaks.
Facts.
So I never thought about that, but something to keep in mind. But I think Trichome's here. I think he would be he'd be the exception, not the rule. I think most people would be like, shit, it broke. Like, I don't want to buy more clips like you said, but give me 1 second. I thought I had everything beside my desk here. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Oh my God.
No, yeah, you're good, buddy. Good looking out.
No, I'm into the clips. You know that, and I just started these autos, so I'm gonna be LST only on these. I'm not ballsy enough to be topping yet.
Shout out Root Nerds again, man. I gotta make this video. I haven't made a video. Corey's ahead of me on the game. He's working hard over there.
Oh hell yeah, man! You know how it is.
That was a nice little shout out.
Where I put my
Connor, you're awesome, bro. Man, I like your attitude.
Thanks, man.
Like I like the fact that you communicate a lot with the community. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what it's all about. People don't understand that, man. Like if you can get yourself out here, especially it's free. You know what I mean? Like facts. Like, come on, guys. Let's fucking all get along. Let's all put our minds together and work together. Like we don't have to we can all agree to disagree and still,
well, we all grow different ways, right? And it's all like, you know what? Like there's 100 ways to skin a cat, right? But at the end of the day, it's the same outcome, and growing's the exact same way, right? And so for me, it's about being just positive and just coming together as a community and just realizing that like, hey, what works for me is great, but how other people grow, I can maybe pick one thing from them that will then make me a better grower, right? Like I talked about, like what we do with our products. We take a product that's already decent, and we're like, okay, we're gonna add better things. You know what I mean? Like you pick and choose, and you do what works for you, right? So, yeah. So to stay on brand with the good old LST, I call these our LST ropes. So I am a fisherman, and I hate tying knots over and over again when I don't have to. So what I essentially did is I made an adjustable tightening LST rope. So how they work is take your fabric pot. Your fabric pot better have eyelets. If you're not using eyelets and you're punching them in, don't buy those pots anymore. So
you're hurting, you guys. Get the metal eyelets. So
you simply run it through that eyelet like that, and every time you want to tighten that branch,
right,
just pull on this tab and you just pull down, or get way more slack. Whatever you need to do. I've seen guys use them for hanging for curing and drying. I've seen guys use them for LST. But the cool thing.
And while we're on the subject, Connor, why don't you tell them about those grommets on those pots? How many there are?
Yeah, so I'm one of those guys. I'm like, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. So for us, I was like, let's put a bunch of grommets on these pots. So I think these pots are 500 GSM. I know guys that are on their third grow with these things. They just run them through the freaking washing machine.
Right.
Super solid quality pot here. Great stitching, great handles. But so on our 1, 2, and 3 gallons, I think they have 6 eyelets, and then on anything 5 and up, they have 10. Because for me, I always want options for eyelets and for LST. And honestly, I'm once again chatting with our Discord group, chatting with the ambassadors, and I'm asking them like, hey, like, should our 3 gallons have even more? Like, should we go 10 on them as well? Right. So these are just things I'm always thinking about. But so you obviously saw the LST rope and you saw the LST clip. See that circle between that little gap right in the clip there?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can pair these together because essentially when you use a clip, you're putting a lot of force on the front end of the branch. And when you're tying and pulling down, you're pulling a lot on the stern, closer to the, I guess, the trunk of the plant. So by using them both, you distribute the weight and the force on the plant. So you can use a little bit of clip, a little bit of this. And so these are just the things that are just different, right?
So hold on. Let me just hit it on this, guys. If you're not a fucking grower, you're not going to think about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right now,
do you realize how many things that you just let the whole community know just for the shits and giggles? You know what I mean? Like that. Oh man, that's awesome, bro. Like if you guys can't support this, come on, let's go. He didn't have to show us none of this. This is all prototype.
Yeah,
stuff.
all that shit's awesome,
This is prototype stuff that I don't like to show, but I'm excited about because honestly, I'm working on patents right now, and all it takes is AC Infinity or you know, I like the bud trainer guys and they can do their thing, but this is mine. This is what I'm doing. And so I should probably keep it hush hush, but I want to bring things to the podcast community because you guys do so much work that I want there to be a reason for guys to tune in. They get to see extra little things that aren't being shared elsewhere. And actually, shout out Potsy in the chat. Potsy's testing these right now, and he's got them with our Gambit pots, with our clips, and with our ropes. And so he can probably attest to it in the group there a little bit. And also, Sky's asking in regards to eyelets, do they rust? Yeah. So you'll see a lot of exposed metal on a lot of pots on their eyelets. That's just being cheap and lazy. So as you can see, all of them are painted black. They're all powder coated black, so no rust. These won't rust. Yes. And they just look sharp as well.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have any of your bags, but I definitely will get a few of them. So, you know, the LST training, a lot of us don't, not us, because I do. I train, I use tie downs, I use garden stakes, I use, Biz, I don't know if you've seen Bizzle. Bizzle 420. Shout out Bizzle 420. You might recognize that guy right there.
I do.
I've watched him grow and actually tie full-size candy bars to strings and hang off of his branches to LST. You know what I mean? Right. So you come out the box, man. You're thinking, if you're not a grower, you're not going to think of these things. Like
100%.
These bigger companies have to pay you to think of these things to make it for them. You know what I mean? So I got to give you all props, bro. You're doing. Thank you for not taking it out there.
You're right. You're taking out all the pain in the ass for us.
It saves us money, and you know, and I really appreciate. I mean, I'm sure that the community thinks the same way. Like, it's a no-brainer situation. Like, this is what we're all about out here, man.
100%.
So sharing with the community, sharing ideas, growth patterns, you know, like, because I'm going to learn something today. I've learned so much already today. It's crazy, right? Facts. And I've watched you. I've heard you on different podcasts, you know, and I don't know if that bud trainer was that thing that you said that you weren't going to bring out tonight to show. But if that was it,
I get excited because I'm like, everyone's vibing, and you know what, like strategically, it's something I should never show. I should wait till that.
No, that's why I'm looking. When you did that, I'm like, are you serious, man? Because now, like, I hope you get this patent.
It's cool.
And you guys, if nothing else, you see it, man. Let's support this guy. People don't do
I
this.
appreciate that.
I love it.
There's a couple things in the chat I do want to mention. There's so many awesome guys. I'm seeing Rue, Canna's in here.
Sorry. Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, if you got it, buddy. Go ahead and you
freaking Calgary Grow Show. Guy, I think's on his third order, like went into his local grow store as well and told them all about us. Obviously, we're getting hit with tariffs pretty bad up here. So, and what I will do and clear the air for everyone that's on this chat is if you order from us and your order is less than 800 USD, you do not get tariffed. It's for large orders. So for me, getting into stores in the States is kind of non-existent till these are over.
Right.
But so a lot of the Canadian guys are looking out and they're going to their local grow shop saying, hey, like, for one, don't work with those bad guys in California that are HVAC companies. You can put it together. I was like, check out these Gambit guys. They're growers. Like, they're from the West Coast. Like, they support the community. They make great products. And so, you know, Calgary was one of those guys who he went into his local shop and he posted in our Discord. He's like, hey, man, I grabbed a card. So here's their email. I told them all about you. And like, so that's awesome. Like, you know what? Like, he's one of those guys that are buying products and he's also like looking out for us. So you know what, guys? Like, if you're all set on grow gear and you want to support us, join the Discord, follow us on Instagram, like tell people about us, like go to your stores. Like for me, I could have also like, you know, all the tent accessories, like the spreaders. I didn't have to make these fit all the other tents. I could have just said, hey, you want these cool things? You have to buy our tent. But I don't want people, like, you have a decent, like, Our tent, I think, is better. I think it's the best. But you know what? Other tents do get the job done, and I don't want people spending their hard-earned money if they don't have to. Now, when your tent starts to break,
or if they can't,
they can't.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yes.
So these accessories, I always say, they make a bad tent decent, they make a decent tent good, and they make a good tent great. And so for me, it's all about just accessibility, man. So you know what? When the time does come and that tent does finally break, I hope you guys roll with us because you know what? I think we're pretty solid. But like even our fabric pots, I know we're cheaper.
I may be coming to you before my tent breaks.
Dude, well, you know what? Better to get ahead of it as opposed to coming back and you're 3 months into a run and your lights falling on top of your plants and they're cooked. So
for sure. I was gonna say that too. I have an HLG Blackbird. That fucking light's 40 pounds, man. Mm-hmm. Like that's a heavy light. Like so I always have to check. Well, you know, I have bar style lights that don't weigh anything. So I don't know what you're like. I'm assuming you don't have real heavy lights. And
I think mine weighs 30. Mine weighs 30, but it's an 800 watt bar light.
Right. So BigTyme, I tested just one of these, and so you'd probably on a big bar light you'd run 4.
Right.
I've hung a 60-pound dumbbell from one of these things.
Yeah, no,
so these will hold up, and then our poles are also, like I said, they hold me, and I'm 210. So for me, I never wanted that to be a limiting factor. I never wanted to wake up to an email where someone's like, "Holy shit, man, the tent fell apart." Like
my tent collapsed.
Because for me, I take that personally. To me, like I'm an empath. I'm a big passionate dude. You know what? If someone wants to have a really bad experience with my product, I'd feel that, and that would suck. And that's just, you know, not what I'm about. I want. Well,
not only losing your tent, but your grow probably too. It probably killed all your plants, man. I mean, it's the whole factor.
No, exactly. And so, you know what? For me, it's just the biggest thing right now that's kind of curbing our growth is honestly just trying to get out there. Like I have leads on a really good humidifier and dehumidifier and more products, but R&D and big orders just take money, right? So that's the biggest thing is we're just trying to get our sales going, you know, get out there. We just launched on Amazon. So you know what, guys, if anyone's looking to buy anything, get us from Amazon. We do make less on it, but we're really just trying to hammer our reviews and get our reviews up there because essentially it's get your reviews high, do a lot of volume. When you do volume, you get a cheaper price from your suppliers, and that can offer a better price to the community, right? That's essentially just how it goes, right? So but yeah, we're working on other cool things. Like I've talked about it on other podcasts as well, as we're working on our first bar style light. Our quantum board style light is fantastic. Like I think like one of my good friends, Newfie Grows. You guys can check him out on Instagram. Phenomenal grower. He used our full 4x2 kit, 344 grams dried and cured. And I will tell you right now, it is the prettiest, and it was in soil, 2 plants. It is the prettiest grow I've ever seen. The fade on this thing was outrageous, and he used our 240 watt light. And he was like, "Man, I thought you were lying when you said it would be able to keep up with the square footage." And I was like, "Man, it's because we don't over embellish our specs. Like if you build it right, a 240 watt light can totally do a 2x4 or 3x3. But when you get cheaper knockoff Samsung diodes that guys are claiming are Samsung diodes and a crappy, you know, driver that spits out a ton of heat, you know, it's not going to put out like a good quality light." So our quantum board light's sort of great for that smaller style grow. Everyone's been asking me for a bar style. So our new bar style light, what it's going to have, it's going to have 4 different types of diodes, all your main sort of types of diodes. But what makes this light different, truly different, is each set of diodes has its own dial. So you can adjust the red, the deep reds, the light reds, the 4,000 Ks. Like you can adjust everything. And it doesn't stop there. As you adjust each one, it shows you live changes in your spectrum. And guess what? It doesn't stop there. It shows live readings for your PAR, for your PPFD readings as well. So no need to.
Oh, get out of here.
That
takes all the guesswork out of it, man. That's awesome.
Don't need to get your PAR reader and getting all your readings. It's all going to have it cooked in based on. We've done all the math based on certain measurements as to what it's going to do.
Man, I love my stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what? Ours won't be perfect.
The hell with that. I want one of those lights.
Yeah. So it won't be perfect because those readings are done with math. So it won't take into account, how good's the Mylar reflection? Is it in an open space or not? But at least for those that don't want to run the machine, at least they're not guessing. It's not guessing, right?
Yes. It gives you a ballpark of the right. It gets you as close as possible without spending $500 for an apple beat or whatever the hell those things are called.
Exactly.
Get your par meter right. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
I don't mean to shout out no
That's
names,
awesome.
but listen,
no, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, that's gonna be coming. The biggest thing is right now the unit has a smart screen, so it shows you all on a screen.
right.
The screen costs quite a bit of money, or getting a Wi-Fi transmitter to run an app runs a lot of money. So I'm trying to pick which one. Is it a screen or is it an app? What does that look like? And we're currently rolling out we're working on our new inline fan. Our current fan is like, it just does the basic relative humidity, temperature, smart, kind of like it's kind of like the original AC Infinity fan, more or less. Our next one will be able to control lights and oscillating fans. It won't be all crazy with AI and this and that, but it will be simplified. So it doesn't have some insane app that some 56-year-old grower is going to be like, what is this? It's going to be simple, stupid. Yeah, it's going to be simple, right? Like, it doesn't. And you know what? For those guys that are running crazy setups and they want all the specs, this and that, we just might not be your guy. But you know what? Like, for the most part, it's going to be super basic, user-friendly, and all these types of things. So that's kind of the plan for that product. What else is on the go? Yeah, just little changes to this and that. Like, talking with the guys, like, hey, does the 3-gallon need 10 eyelets or 6 grommets? What do we think? So the guys have posted a little bit. Sky posted it. Our Discord, I hope that's cool. We shut that out.
Oh,
we have our Discord.
That's what this channel is all about. Gambit
Cool.
Connor, you come up here every week if you'd like. You can come up and just jump in the chat and post
I will.
in the Discord. Yes, and be like, hey, man, this is Gambit. Let's go. Shout
Cool,
out,
man.
shout
I'm
out.
always working on my computer.
Yeah, we
I'm
show
always-
grows afterwards. People jump on, show their gardens and stuff.
Love
They don't have anything going on in the garden. They're more than welcome to jump up on panel, hang out, and look at other people's gardens and comment with us. Yeah, it's just an open platform for growers, man. We're all just trying to learn and have a good time. That's all.
100%. So Galaxy Solutions and Bar Lights have the best overall coverage. Yeah, they do, but they also lose a little bit of efficiency due to their size and just power lossage on the outer LEDs. There are pros and cons from there. Also are more expensive. If you do look online on our site, you'll sort of see on our quantum board light, you'll see how I designed the diodes and how they're shaped and how they're clumped. That it actually has pretty good coverage. I can't right now because I got so much on the go on my computer, but Newfie Grows on Instagram. Send him a follow. You'll see a gnarly 4x2 grow where he's using just our light. And he's like, Connor, I barely turned this thing to 100. It's crazy. So done properly, a quantum board light can do a really good job. And for the price point, it's crazy. It also looks insane. It has if you see our little leaf logo there, it replaces it's a pattern with nothing but that sort of that sapling leaf. And it's all powder coated on a black aluminum heatsink. It looks sick. No splice dimmers built right into the driver, and it's got daisy chain capability. It does work with the VivoSun smart controller. Pretty sure it works. It should work with the AC Infinity one. I haven't personally tested it yet. I got a guy that's ordering some stuff in, but yeah. And guys, that Discord channel, and I kind of got a little sidetracked there. Is that just a community for people to talk about grows? It's not a place where I'm just peddling product. It's a place where people are posting about our gear and also other stuff.
Yes. So
As long as you're not saying as long as you're not in there dropping affiliate codes for Mars Hydro, if you have some other company's gear, I don't really care. It's I understand that we're new and not everyone's gonna be able to do the switch, but as they learn about us, I think when times come, they'll support us.
Let's be
for sure. But for the Discord channel, I use it as a sounding board for product design.
Okay.
I asked, I'm gonna be like, hey guys, what do you think of our next round of tents? Should I move this vent port here? I'm thinking it's good for this usage, this usage, but what about this? What do you guys think? And so we just started it less than a week ago. Sky in the chats helped me out big time. We're over 100 members. We're in there chatting every day. Guys are posting their grow. It's a spot too where, we have channels let me pull it up here on my side. We got crazy channels. Our channels are, so we have a plant help. So it's a plant clinic. So any sort of problems your plant's having, post a photo that will help break it down. If you have questions about nutrients or watering issues or mediums, we have all these different channels for all the different sort of types of discussions that we have. We have stuff for autoflowers, for photo periods, cloning, curing. There's some really tons of knowledge in there. And it's just a really cool way to be able to communicate. I love Instagram, I love Facebook, but this is kind of where you can kind of have a discussion like we're having, but it's ongoing chat wise. So it's kind of Reddit mixed with like a couple other things. Like it's kind of cool. So I love that platform. I started using it years ago for gaming. Now I use it for all my businesses and stuff. Like we got a voice channel and stuff, and it's kind of cool. So we do giveaways in there and all that good jazz.
Stress that out every week. Every week, every Monday night, we stress out how much better we think it is to communicate and get more personal. And it's more like they can talk right to you face to face, just like we are right now, instead of them being in a chat, only being able to type to you. Like we could be face to face on Discord,
100%.
So it's a great time over there, you guys. Chronic Chatter's also there. Gambit Growing will definitely be part of it. I don't know if, I'm sure Corey's already got you lit up over there, but most of our guys are on Discord right now.
Perfect. I didn't even know you guys had a channel. I'll definitely be in there and happy to answer any questions you guys have. But I do want to just look at the chat real quick. So Gardening for Trichomes asked, besides Discord, how can I get in touch? Facebook or Instagram. You send a message and someone responds. It's always me.
Yeah.
I've always been on our DMs. So if anyone has any questions about our products at all, reach out there. I've jumped on phone calls with guys. I was like, hey, just give me a call. Here's my number. Like, let's chat. Like, you have some questions.
Right.
Like, you want to spend like some money with us, but you have some concerns, or like, you just want to make sure you're buying, making a good purchase. Drop me a call. Like, I'm so easy in that regard. So also someone else asked, how do I see indoor home grow industry in 10 years?
Yeah.
I can't post this stuff, man. I'm sorry, man. I was trying to post. I copied all your info for Instagram and stuff, and there's something going on with StreamYard tonight. BigTyme, I can't put in any comments in the chat like I usually can. I don't know what's going on. So I apologize, Connor. I had all your information on my clipboard, man, so I could drop it for you. And
no, you're good, man. You're good.
You know what? You're in the chat. If you want to copy it and drop it in the chat as we're talking. Okay. I don't know if you have that capability, but yeah, go ahead and do that for us.
I got some of my ambassadors in the chat. I got Sky in there, and I got Potsy, and I got Calgary, and some of the other boys. So guys,
awesome. See, I thought I saw some stuff going on. So yeah, I can't see any comments. Usually I can see comments on here. I can only see them on my TV right now. This is really weird. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, buddy.
It's all good. But sorry,
it's all right. We'll figure it out.
So Tazarello Gaming said, where do you see the indoor home grow industry in 10 years? I think we're just going to see just a lot more efficiency. We're going to see just like, lights that are more efficient, using less power, better spectrums. I see a lot more automation, stuff like that. I see it there's being like, I don't see a whole lot of big innovation still being able to come. So that's kind of where we just kind of do like the little things that we're doing, just making products better. Like I'm one of those guys, I don't believe in like planned obsolescence, which essentially means like companies design things to break after a certain period of time.
Right.
We design things to last as long as possible. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. And like I said, guys, Instagram, Discord, anywhere, just like you have more questions or just want to chat, let me know. Potsy and is telling 240 works well with the AC. So yeah, our light does work with the AC 69 controller. I just want a tent with my ductwork right in the middle of the tent instead of out the side. So yeah, I know that too. So I ran a duct on our bigger tents out the back middle of the wall and also on the top. Not many guys put a duct on the top. I put one on the top for that exact reason, because I don't know what people's space looks like. If it's tucked in a weird area, like I always want there to be options. So even on our tents, the ports itself, they're double lined. So if you're not using them, you cinch them shut on both ends. No light leaks, no smell leaks, but they're there if you need them. And that's kind of like the premise of sort of my design is like, I always want it. So, I don't want someone ever being like, damn, I can't grow the Gambit because my configuration won't work in it. I always want there to be tons of options.
Right.
So,
right.
And even though this is a cheap tent that I have, that is the only reason that I did get it is because it has all those options. I've got 8-inch vents on top and bottom. I've got 6-inch on both sides. I got 4-inch on two sides, top, bottom sides. So, that's the only reason I got the damn thing. Most of the time with the nicer tents, you only have certain options. So it's nice to have quality and the options and affordable.
Well, 100%. I have the problem of not having the height Connor. So I took a 5x5 and turned it
on its side.
Yes.
I was talking with Muskoka today, and I literally said, "Man, if I bring in the 5x5 and I can't if I don't do the short run, would you do a 5x?" I was like, "Would you do a 5x5 on the side? Because like essentially, that could maybe work." And so I'm waiting to hear back from him. But and guys, keep hitting more questions. I love to also see how many guys in the chat are like in their 60s. That's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah.
The things that I want to design are like more user friendly. Like I look at some of these crazy apps and geez, I run 3D printers. I'm a web designer too. Like our website I built entirely myself. Like that was something I offered my marketing agency.
Nice.
And some of these apps I don't even know how to use. So I want it to be like simple, very user friendly, something that anyone can just kind of plug in and get going. And especially, like for me, for example, I go traveling sometimes. I have friends that don't grow that need to watch my garden, and I don't want them to be all confused with some crazy app. I want them to be able to go and be, okay, this kind of makes sense. It's been, a bit more user friendly. But the last big product line of ours that does really well is our clippers. So for me, I was just sick of crappy plastic and rubber deteriorating and crappy quality blades bending and breaking. So for me, I was like, well, we went crazy chunky on our freaking tents. Let's do the same with our clippers. So all of our clippers that we have, all our entire metal construction, and it's all very high grade Japanese steel, kitchen grade, that I used on all the blades as well.
I was going to say that. The Ginsu.
These on our site are called the precision pruners because they used to be called the chronic cutters, but I kept getting flagged everywhere because no one's fun unless we have funny names. Like our grow light was the Ganja grower, but now it's just the GG240. So our Discord's gonna be helping me with the whole renaming scheme. Nice. I will never rename the Bud Bunker. They can keep trying to flag me, but I love that name and it's way too sick. But
that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I can't have fun with our naming. So like those are our precision pruners, but they're originally the chronic cutters. And then we have, if there was ever to be a cartel member who is a massive gardener, these are the clippers he would own. These are the sweetest bypass shoes you ever see.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's Pablo Escobar's shoes right there.
Yeah, these are the Pablo clippers for sure. So these are great. They have our logo branded on them, and they're super super high quality ones there. So these are our bypass bud pruners.
Very nice.
Got our bushwhackers. These are gnarly. These are sweet.
Those look like on any stock. I don't care. I don't care how big your trees are. Those are getting through it.
Exactly. And I couldn't do it with any of the other clippers, but you can just tell, guys, you can just see like my personality and like in all of my designs. What's that right there? If you guys need to crack a beer, a little bottle opener. So you know what? These are the little things that like I saw my supplier had this. I was like, okay, let's make a hand grip. I was like, let's make a speed lock, and let's add a bottle opener to these clippers. So those are the things that I like to do that are just a little different when I have the opportunity. And these are our bud barbers. These are awesome. These are phenomenal. Super great for trimming and stuff. There's a lot of guys in the chat that use them.
Very nice.
Got them and stuff like that. So
those would be great for me because I got big dumb hands, and I can't get those little trimmers because the little trimmers they either my fingers get stuck in the scissors or I squeeze them too hard, break the damn spring in them. So yeah, I like that design, that big loop in there. That's genius.
100%. For all the small-handed growers, I'm sorry I designed them more for me. I'm going to try and maybe if I can make them, but for the most part, a lot of the stuff out there is designed for small hands. So I get in that regard. But yeah, so I forget our pricing for US. I'm always just my pricing is set up all Canadian dollars on our site, and then when you're American, it automatically converts it. So you'll see like our tent is like 142.41. Like it does weird conversions. I can't have set prices, so it's always based on what the American dollars do, the Canadian dollar. But so these four clippers, I think we sell for 75 Canadian, which for all metal, super high quality, 75 CAD to USD. It's like $52, and you get like
about $50.
Yeah, like pretty solid. And these are all lifetime warranty. And lifetime warranty, it's not like, oh, I left them out in the rain, they rusted and they got dull. It's like if there's any sort of breakage or anything, I will replace them.
Right.
And we're lifetime for $50 for lifetime shears.
Yeah, and we're not cutting down tree branches in our front yard with these either. Like we're using these. So it's like those things if there's realistic, like, okay, that actually failed, it's on me. But man, I've ran these things through the ringer. Like I've actually done cutting density tests, and I'm like shocked.
So can we sharpen them?
So lots of them, as you can see, have a bolt right up there, so you can actually take them apart and you can sharpen them. Same with these guys as well. It actually has a set screw. It is riveted, so these ones are tough, but they open wide enough, and I made sure they opened wide enough. As you can see, they open quite large, so you can sharpen
get in
the edge.
there.
It's a bit tough. I haven't messed around with it too much. My dad is a phenomenal hunter fisherman. He sharpens knives like crazy, so I'm actually going to have him work on his, and we're going to make a video on how to actually take them apart and sharpen them. It's something, right? Like we've been around for just about a year, so there hasn't been a need to like do stuff like that yet, but that's a great idea. I didn't actually even think about that. So you know what? I'll have Sky remind me in the Discord to create a sharpening video for the clippers, because that's a good idea, because the quality will outlast the sharpen 10-1. Like these things will last for forever.
And somebody that knows how. I don't recommend anybody just try to sharpen something. If you don't know how, don't do it, because you can
it's not something that you will mess your blades up. I give it to my brother. He's got like a $500 Spyderco sharpening set, man. I get these things back. He like brings them back to me and like shaves his whole arm to prove to me that it's sharp enough for me. I'm like, damn, dude, you didn't have to do your whole fucking arm. I'm like, what the fuck? So
buddy, I'm in the Spyderco. I'm not in the Spyderco too, man.
A video would be great for people, because I do it with a stone, with a wet stone. I like to do it with a tri-stone. I'm old school, but I'd never get a perfect blade.
That Spyderco, man, same thing. My dad, he was a commercial fisherman before becoming a firefighter. He used to hand sharpen. That Spyderco is crazy, man. I'm a hairier dude, man. I can just go like this and just comes right off like butter, and it takes me like less than 10 minutes to do a blade from like utter garbage. And so it's fantastic. I haven't done it on clippers yet, but I definitely want to. But yeah, man, no, it's fun, guys, and it's you know what, I can't thank you enough for just being out here and chatting. It's just so cool just to talk about the brand and what we have planned. And so listen, it's cool, man.
We would love for you to come back, you know what I mean? Share your information, man, and put your product out. Gamut, this is what we're about over here. I mean, we try. I don't know why it hasn't hit everybody. I don't understand why all these new product people like you, small businesses, aren't hitting us up. Instead of us trying to go out and find you guys, it's like, you know what I mean? We need you guys to come up and be like, hey, listen, man, 100%. You guys told us this is what this is about. This is what we want to do. Let me come up and run your show for an hour or 2 hours.
And that's one of the reasons that I even got a hold of you, Connor, is because I hadn't really heard of you, but I saw you in a few chats. And then when you came on Ruse, I go on Ruse usually every Friday. So I got to know you a little bit on there, and you're newer in the community. And I just want to get your name out there because I think your products are amazing. I think you're a good dude. So why not, man? Glad to help you out that way. And we get to have good conversations and entertainment tonight too.
No, man, I appreciate that. It's one of those things is just a one-man show. Like I ship out everything. I design everything. I'm doing our social, doing everything. And so it's just tough. And it was one of those things I honestly got to thank Elle because, he supported, like he reached out and, he could have flexed that, I own this big podcast, give me free product. But he saw what I was about and bought a kit outright and then introduced me to the whole podcast world. Cause like, I don't know, man, like there's people on X, there's people on Threads, there's people on YouTube, there's people on Instagram, there's people everywhere. And so, you know what, just like I've been posting places and you guys haven't seen me. I hadn't seen you guys till I got more in the podcast space. Right. So it's one of those things we got to kind of celebrate. We got to kind of promote each other because you know what, unfortunately, I'm not like the big guys. I can't just go, I have this massive Chinese factory. I can just send out free lights and send out contracts where I say, you have to give us good reviews or else. Like for me, we do have an ambassador program, but essentially it's a heavy discount in the sense that, I make little to actually no money, usually around my cost. And I just say, post some content, be honest, be yourself. Don't change what you're doing. I love your growth style. I love your attitude. Love what you're about. Join our team. If you want to help product design and stuff like that, like let me know your feedback. I take it always into account. And so, that's kind of how our program's a bit different, because everyone's always promising, oh man, I'll get you so many sales. And with our affiliate program, I say, okay, I'll give you a code and you'll get a split, you'll get a cut.
Right.
And so essentially, if you want free product, you just got to work for it. Because more times than not, when I first started, it was just too many people asking for handouts, and they'd get it and then they'd go away. And
so
there's no way to follow up.
With that being said, normally prior to the show, depending on your situation, I normally ask, are you willing to, do a giveaway? We give shit away every Monday. I got tonight covered. I don't know, but as a somebody like yourself, man, I didn't feel comfortable. It's like, no, I'm not going to ask this guy for something. He's a new grower, or he's a new, product guy. I want you to come out and let everybody know what's going on. And I want everybody to go support this guy. We don't have to have nothing from him. He's given us enough.
Right. I just want to get people out there that, are in the community and doing great things. And like I said, your products, dude, are just like everything I see, like I can use in my grow. Like like especially the training stuff, and like
For sure.
who couldn't use something for to hang their light cords on, or their it's
Little things,
practical things that everybody really can use in their grow.
Right. And you can go and use those little hooks that you got up there. I was thinking my buds get so big, I need something to hold them up. I'll tie something.
100%. Like those
double, yep.
Yeah, those LST ropes I have, they come in packs of 10, but they're essentially just super long laces. So I've seen guys hang buds from them. Like there's so many uses, and we're looking in our Discord. Actually, we're looking at trying to create a bit of our own kind of curing drying system. And there's some guys that have taken their wine coolers apart and kind of made their own canitrols and stuff like that. So the chat's just been great in the sense where just like they're telling me where the growing pains are, the products that they're needing, and the things that they kind of, products that they need kind of in the industry. And so I'm trying to fill that gap best I can. And for you guys do so much for the community by creating a place for people to go to on Monday nights. Same with all the other podcasters, where they can come, hang out, be themselves, talk about, their plants, because for the most part, you know what? A lot of my friends are supportive of what I do, but they have no idea. And I'm lucky. A lot of other people are really judgmental, and there's still so many stigmas around growing and stuff. So for you guys to create a community like this, hats off to you guys. And so after the call, there's stuff that you guys are needing. I'll make sure you guys are taken care of like best I can. And we can chat about doing a little, I can give away a little something to the community as well. I'll figure out how that looks. But in full transparency,
I mean, you guys, don't feel obligated by any means at all, man.
Sorry, I fucking do what I want, brother. I'm my own captain. Let me tell you.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
I don't want to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My girlfriend says that she's like, oh, honey, you don't have to. I'm like, trust me, honey, I don't do anything I don't want to do. Like, I want to do it. It's just, I'm a guy that cares about people. I care about my people. My motto with my business is I take care of those that take care of me. And so the one thing I will say, because I'm such a transparent guy, is when you guys buy from me, you're supporting a one-man show. I've been running. Right. I've been running Gambit for a bit over a year now. It was about a year and a half in the making. I can honestly look at you guys and say I haven't taken a single cent out of the business. I haven't paid myself once. It goes all right back in the business, all into more product development. We're still a small guy. We have a long way to go, but all your guys' support really helps. But with that said, I do take care of those that take care of me. So you know what? I know there, hopefully from the sounds of it, there might be some orders that have come in. I'll take some of those profits and I'll put it towards a giveaway for the community, and we can chat about what you guys need. I get you guys hooked up with a big discount if that's something that's attractive to you guys. But like I said, there's no pressure, no nothing. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, yeah,
I'm getting some shares as soon as this show's over. I'm getting some shares, man. I'm good. I promise you that. And if I don't know if I can put in chronic chatter, will you know that it's coming from us or something? Is there some way?
Just message me, yeah, because like just let me know. And for everyone who's ordering, go to Amazon, and when you leave in the buyer's note, leave that you're from the podcast. If I know it's like not just Joe Blow from the streets and it's from the, I'll throw extras in. I'll throw in some bud buckles for everyone in the chat.
Listen,
you got to go back and leave a review. It's all about reviews.
Facts.
And so many of those big brands, they actually pay bot companies. You actually, what I found on Amazon is you don't actually have to have bought in the product to leave a review. If you have Prime, you can leave a review on any product. You could go to Mars Hydro to a light you don't have, and you can leave them 1 star if you wanted to right now without having bought it.
Right.
So there's a lot of inflated reviews. So that's something to just keep in mind. You can actually look in Amazon and you can see it's certified or not. If it's certified, it means they bought it. And so these are just things to keep in mind. That like the certifications I talked about earlier. There's a lot of people kind of pulling the wool over the community's eyes and just trying to over embellish things. Like I could go on and on. We could talk about PAR, PPFD ratings that guys claim, and they're not the case. Everyone embellishes.
Oh man, so many times. And Shane from Migro, I don't know if you know who that is.
I do.
Over in the UK, I watch all his reviews on lights, and man, you'd be shocked. Like nobody, like not even Spider Farmer is 100% accurate on their.
No one is.
On what they say. It is. So yeah, it's nice to have somebody that you can trust on that. It's. You're coming from somebody in the community. If there's a problem with it, come back and tell them so they can fix that problem.
100%.
I'm going to have to agree with Lefty here because I do run a lot of Mars Hydro.
Fair. Totally fair.
I'm happy with the lights themselves, but that's just because I've had a chance to run them. Mm-hmm. I don't, man, until you have something in your hands and use it yourself, you have no right to judge anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
100%.
Regardless of the product. It might look like it's crazy, like it's never going to work, but you just don't know until you've tried it. So
I will never. Yeah.
Again, it's all personal preference. It's if you like Spider Farmer, if you like Mars Hydro, AC Infinity. There's so many companies out there. I like to support the smaller companies though, because most of those other companies, they didn't start out with selling, for hydroponics or for grows. Connor, you set out basically for cannabis, correct? I mean, that's what you were geared towards.
Our motto for our company is Gambit Growing, built by growers for growers. Like that's how it started. Yeah. We didn't stumble.
And that's what I like about your company right off rip. I mean, coming from somebody who knows growing and is directed towards that, I don't know. It seems like the no-brainer there. I don't know.
I appreciate it. I know obviously I'm biased, and I'm seeing like guys like Lefty say, he loves Mars Hydro, and I get that. And Mars and Vivo, I've not thrown shade at them because I haven't tested their stuff. The things I have seen from them is I've seen their certifications not be right, and I have a problem with that because that's not honest and that's putting people's safety at risk, and that will always drive me crazy.
Right. Yes, it's right.
AC, I've tried their stuff. I have their I based my tent. I said I talked with my engineer. I said this is apparently the best tent. We're gonna beat it. And so I've had it. I've tested it. I know the zippers. I know it all. I'm on all the forums. I see guys when their drivers break and this and that. And so for me, I only will ever complain about things that I've either tested, things I've seen firsthand from people that I truly trust. And the biggest thing for me is the certification, because at the end of the day, I know how much that certification costs. I paid for it. Our light, I'll be honest,
let's go.
It's 10 grand. It's 10,000 USD. The amount of units I need to sell, I haven't even sold enough units to cover that yet. But I did it because safety is our priority and quality is our priority. And I can't post those findings because it breaks down all the proprietary stuff in our thing. But they test the washers, everything, every single pieces. I want to say there's like over 130 individual from every diode to connector that's tested. And so you got to pay to play. And it sucks when some of these companies, these other companies, put up really cheap products because they haven't invested in that, and because they're putting cheap components that wouldn't pass testing. They're not getting the testing, and then they're selling it cheap, saying that they got crazy, PPFD ratings. They offer some crappy warranty that they say is a year or 3, however many. But we all seen the horror stories when you actually try and get one. You try and get them to follow through on their warranty.
Yep, we hear it every day in Discord.
And they've all got their strengths. All those companies got their strengths, and they all got their weaknesses. Like, I mean, I've used, let's see here. I've used AC Infinity, but
like he said,
it's all that personal preference. Like, if it works for you, hell yeah, stay with that brand. But I'm the type of person, I'm open to new things. I like to try. When I see something, especially like what you're talking about, that automated thing that tells you the PPFD and all that, man, that is just awesome. that really sparks my curiosity.
No, man, for
Because
sure.
that's like high tech to me. I'm not really into the gadgets and stuff, but that would make my life a lot easier. I know it would for a lot of other people, especially newer growers.
Yeah, no, 100%. And so for me, like, sorry if I'm on my soapbox, guys, about the other brands. They've done a lot for the community, a lot of good things. I just do so much research. I just know a lot more than the average consumer, and I just see this some of the sneaky stuff. I see a lot of the great stuff they do, and I probably shouldn't, be on so about it. But
well, you're not knocking their product outside the fact that they're not licensing themselves to make sure that their product is viable and not going to burn somebody.
Some of them are. I just ask people to check because I've found some that aren't, and they might be being better now. But I've seen past products that aren't.
Right.
So. And for me, you know what? Like, there's also some other brands out there that are killing it. Like, we look at like Grandmaster, and we look at some of the crazy other we look at some of like the really crazy light brands out there. And you know what? Their life probably better than ours. But you know what? You're paying double. And so for us, it's a fine line between quality and affordability. And so those are the things like we try to take pride in. But yeah, man, it's
right. You might not be for everybody, but
sure.
I'm liking the idea myself, and I know there's a lot of people out there like me that want quality and affordability. I mean, I'm not rich. It takes me sometimes. I got to save up for certain shit I want in my grow, and it takes me a little time. So I want something that is going to last me, and I want something that I know is going to work for me, that I don't have to go replacing.
For sure. So I got a couple of guys in the chat. Tazarello is talking about. I have a one deal tent. Is that an off brand? Lol, the poles are weak as fuck. So yeah, a lot of those cheap tents, they use a 16 millimeter pole. I have one with me right now. That's what a 16 millimeter pole looks like. That's what our pole looks like. That's the difference. Their pole, pole goes like that. Their pole breaks on my head. This pole is going nowhere. This pole I can do cleanups on. That's the difference. And honestly,
that's nice.
Yeah. You look at our price point. Like, our tent's pretty much priced a little bit more expensive than a Mars tent, but you get all the accessories that I talked about. You also get a banner, and with our 4x4, you get a free trellis net. Like,
look
honestly,
at that.
I'm probably offering too much, but you know what? For me, I just want to get our brand out there and make it affordable. And so I also ordered way too many trellis nets for the 4x4.
Andy's honest. See, I like that about it.
If you need a trellis net for any of your other tents, buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free. Nice.
Yeah.
So
listen, there's that pole. There's like literally, guys, that's a 16 millimeter pole. Like, and I literally, I broke it in half.
Makes nothing.
That's nothing. That's with my hands. That I had to actually cut with a hacksaw. Like, that's sawed off. Right?
Don't hurt your head. I need that.
That's so yeah, that's the difference, right, guys? Like, so, and then you also got the thicker Mylar. Like, a lot of those cheaper tents, they run the 600D. We run the 2000D, similar to AC Infinity. So thicker poles, thicker fabric, better zippers, tent accessories, and we have more port configuration. It's just, in my mind, I'm biased. It seems to be a no-brainer. Guys still buy the other guys. It's fine. Hopefully if more people know us, they go, yeah, holy smokes, where have these guys been? And that's what we're getting. The more
you get out, the more, I mean, that's what it takes. And
100%. I know Calgary Grow Show right now. I know I think he's got a Vivo or a Mars. I think he's got an AC. He's got one of our tents, and he can tell you right now, and he'll shoot you straight, which one's his favorite. So
I believe it. So
I'm happy about that.
How you've been out a little over a year, you said, right?
Yeah, I launched last year, October, but I took some time off last summer because I kind of realized that this business is going to take a long time to grow, and I want it to be sustainable. And I never want to compromise my values of affordability and safety. And so I realized, the type of person I am, that I didn't want to go work another corporate job to fund and work on this because I wouldn't have the time and energy. And I just didn't want to, go be a Poindexter in an office. So for me, I decided actually to follow in my dad's footsteps. And so I did all my firefighting paramedic training. And so I'm actually on the short list for my local fire department. So I'll be doing shift work. And so, I'll be filling up my cup. I'm a pretty social guy, so I'll be able to be with the guys and, work out and be a pillar in the community. And then on my days off, I'll be able to grow Gambit and do it sustainably without that pressure and keep it really fun and exciting like it has been. Because for the first bit, I'm like, why isn't everyone buying our tents? Like, we're better than the other guys. We're cheaper. And it was one of those things. I was like, man, like it's gonna take some. And I had to have a chat with myself. I was like, it's gonna take some time. And
You
know what?
gotta get your name out there, man.
For sure.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with shouting out yourself, man. If you're proud of what you do, fuck yeah, man. Shout it out. Say, hey, I'm better than those other brands. Because if you believe that, man, then
I do, man. I do, because I was like, if I'm gonna come in calls, if I'm gonna come on podcasts and say that, or I'm gonna put a product to market, I want it to be great.
I wouldn't expect anything different. Yes, we're the best fucking podcast on Monday nights, bro.
Yes, sir.
Nobody's gonna try to change my mind. You know what I mean? And yeah, so
looks like we got an order already on Amazon from Main Dad. That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome, Main Dad. Thanks for supporting the community, buddy.
Cheers, Main.
Main Dad's always supporting the community, man. A lot of great people here.
RJS. I know
the community is a great place. And it just takes a few people to try out that product and tell all the people that we know, hey, this is great, try this out, and
yeah, man.
Just tell one person out there, guys, if you're happy with the product, and that's all it takes.
For sure. And so like L's been rocking our setup. He loves it so much so that Rue is gonna get, I think he's replacing all 4 of his lights in his closet grow. We're going to get him a full 4x4 as well. We're just kind of working things out. His truck just died, so we're working on that.
Community, man. That's a fucking great community.
Yeah, the boys from B2 Blunt, to be blunt, like they've ordered a tent. CC just got a full kit as well. Like there's other, like Vixen and Greenier. I'm chatting with them, trying to get some gear going for them. I think Vixen's wanting to get a setup. They run the Grow Me Talk, so. You know what? Like, it's been awesome just being able to interact and communicate with the podcast world. And just like, you guys are so passionate about the community, and I am too. So there's just so much synergy there. And so, you know what, for me to be able to come on and say, and to chat with them after. And essentially what I do is I'm like, guys, my cost, I don't want to make money off you guys because what you're doing is so great for the community. And they think the same for me. And so like, let's just work together and do this. Like, I want you guys having, I love that you got a Root Nerds banner there, Corey. I want a Gambit one right beside it, dude. Like, that's what I'm about. Like, I want to be supporting you guys.
Hey, my wall's naked, man. I need to get one. So,
well, that's a big boy. That's a 5-footer. That's as you can see, it's a little back there. But this is a big one.
Shit, that is it. It doesn't look big in the foreground.
So I got these are our fabric ones. But once again, another thing I chat about with our ambassadors. I'm like, guys, do you like the fabric ones that we got, or do you like the vinyl ones? And then some guys are like, the vinyl's easier to clean, but then some guys are like, oh, but I just tossed the flag in the wash. Like,
it just depends on where you're going to hang it.
Depends on where you're about. So it's one of those things. Like, I always ask the community every little thing. Like, I'm always like, what could be better? Like Chris from Crop Culture, we're working on a box together for a crop culture box, and he also actually just bought like 3 kits. He's switching out. He's so over the bad guys. I've said them enough that he's like, man, I'm going Gambit. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, shout out Chris, man. Chris, we had him on a few weeks ago. I've met him in person. He's a great dude. So yeah, that's awesome that he's getting involved.
Yeah, so like, you know what, like, guys, I've had a lot of chats with all these big guys I've sort of mentioned, and very similar to you guys. And you know what, I pull the curtain. I say, this is what's up there again. I was like, this is the good things about our products. These are things we're working on. Like, is there anything you want to know? And you know what? So I'm very transparent with like the what our products can and can't do. And that's what it's about for me. And you know what? These guys are still buying in. They're still spending their hard-earned money. And you know what? Like I said, and I'm transparent with everyone, is I do it at my cost. You know what? Because I feel like that's good in that sense, because then we're both supporting each other. And in addition, then it's not me buying people. They're still spending their hard-earned money, that then they feel they still have the ability to be honest and say like how they feel. Because you see a lot of these companies that are doing full sponsors, they're totally. My background before my MBA, I did my undergrad in marketing. We know all about affiliate marketing. They make you sign freaking contracts that they have to vet what you post, and so you never really know what you're gonna get. And so I try to keep it at least like, there's freedom in that regard.
like you can't show any other product, or you just have to.
Or say any bad things. Like you can't, like if your zipper breaks on something, like you just don't post that. Like
so I would never sign a contract like that anyway. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. If I'm gonna review your product, you should want a true review. You know, not
Yeah. Hey, if you don't want the honest truth, man, don't send that shit to me, because I don't hold back. Like, you know, I gotta be honest, dude. It's
and
that's
guys,
just what it is.
I want the honest reviews because I know how good our products are.
Right.
So for me, I'm not scared. I don't need to send you a contract saying
you ain't scaring me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that you believe in your product. You don't need that bullshit. That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, so main dad's talking. So I just got our trademark filed, so I can now actually make an Amazon store. So if you actually click on it doesn't take to a store or brand. I'm still learning all of this because I'm doing this all for my first time. So main dad, if you think there's a lot of information now, wait till I add all the graphics and all the different things that like make it even cooler. I got so much planned for Amazon to really make it, because like I've gone on and tried buying other stuff, and I'm not sure always what I'm getting and what the features are, because I think it's just some company that these big guys are hiring to manage their Amazon. So they don't actually know, like, oh, what does this, how many ports does it actually have, or
just some college kid
exactly
in their dorm room just transferring files from, you know what I mean, from
exactly
so I mean, it's awesome too, because like you put yourself out in the mainstream, where if I do buy this product off of Amazon and I don't like it, I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, I ship it out myself.
Connor, I'm coming to I'm not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's great, man. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all, because when I do things that, even on Chronic Chatter, you know what I mean? Corey and I are being accountable for it. Like if something happens, they got to come to him and I. It's not 50 different places they got to run to in order to get to us. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it so good.
100%. Unfortunately, we will eventually have to fucking roll with big old Daddy Bezos, and we'll have to send our stuff into them to fulfill, because we don't have the Prime badge.
That ain't gonna stop us from coming after you, though. That's
no. I don't charge shipping though. I still make shipping free. It's just a bit slower than Prime, but because we don't have Prime, we don't get ranked higher. So that's why I'm doing fulfilled by merchant right now, is what it's called. So I ship it out. Nice. And so I put in the extras to get the reviews up. So
you hear that, guys?
So when I do launch on Amazon, I already have existing reviews, so I'm actually higher up on Prime. Because like, man, for example, our grow tent during the non-busy time of the year, for every one I have in there, they bill me $1.70 just for warehousing it. Right. They also take a 15% cut of the sale price. They also then hit you with a fulfillment cost of how much it costs to ship. Yeah. And you get charged up shipping to them. So let's say I'm in Western Canada and they're like, Connor, a lot of your stuff's selling in Ontario and Eastern Canada. We want you to ship a pallet to freaking Ontario, and you're paying for it. Because even though we're shipping with Prime, we want it at the warehouses we want it at, so we can fulfill the 2 days. Yeah. But it's on you to get it there. And so it's tough because the margins are thin. You know, right? So
yes.
But we're getting there, and you know what? You know, I've complained a bit. I've also celebrated the good things in the back. You know, it's just it's all learning, and it's just, you know what? It's tough, but I love it, and we're well on our way. And I recently also became full owner of the company as well, which has kind of allowed me to move a little more quicker, a lot more agile. So in the direction that I want. So it's just allowed me to, and it's, you know what? I live and die by my own sword now. It's on me, right? I wake up and I gotta, you know, slap water on my face, and I got to go grind on this computer and work on designs and building the community and scheduling podcasts and, you know, answering DMs. Like, you know, Penny Bebler he says big T-Rex here. If I think that's the right T-Rex, he's been messaging me on Instagram. We're working on getting him on the ambassador team. He's a fantastic grower. So I'm always chatting with guys too. And it's like, you know what, it takes away from some of the other work I got to do, but it's also stuff that I know and I value, because you know what, I'm here for you guys. But I will ask, though, for those that want to message and ask questions, I can get distracted and just talk about growing. Please don't let me do it, because then I get no work done. I do have to get some work done, but I do love to chat. I'm a pretty social dude. And you know what? I'm in my one bedroom by myself doing my thing. And so it's nice to have opportunities like this or or answer DMs and stuff. So
That's awesome.
Amazon is the devil. Sorry, they're screwing you like that. They're good. It's the game, man. Like it's like I look at it this way. A lot of people that are on social media and stuff, where we're present, they have products. So when your guys' tents wear out, you'll probably come with me, but that could be some time, right? I need newer growers that are buying gear for the first time. Where are they going to be? They're going to be on Amazon. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's one of those things. Good friend Joe at Green Rush, fantastic guy, been a bit of a mentor for me. We worked together on some stuff. He's like, man, you got to get on Amazon. He was like, I'm going to start. He sells my clippers in some of his packages. He's like, if you don't put them on, I'm going to put them on just to piss you off. And I was like, okay, let me get them on. And so he's been teaching me the ropes with that. So shout out Green Rush Nutrients, guys. Fantastic. We also carry them as well as Gaia Green. I grew up on Gaia Green. I'm way more loyal to Green Rush. I like the products better, but I have Gaia Green because I know a lot of people like it, and it also helps with my SEO. So I stock a little bit, but Joe's the freaking man. Green Rush. I know a lot of people in the chat use them as well. So I don't know how many people in the States know. I think still pretty well. Green Rush Nutrients.
It's the Gaia Green's made it over here. We still haven't really got the Green Rush yet. I'm waiting on that. I'll tell you what.
I'm pretty sure it can ship to the States. I'll have to double check with Joe, but I want to say he told me that today. I'm pretty sure it does.
I definitely want some. Shout out my boy Ribby. He makes videos every day. He's a spider farmer, of course, affiliate or whatever.
All good, man. I love the growers. It's the businesses that we don't see eye to eye on, but the growers, I love everyone that grows. You know what?
The devil got him, bro. Right. The devil got him. But he swears on that Green Rush that he'll see a dead plant sitting in somebody's yard and he'll sprinkle some of that on there in the next day.
Magic powder, man.
Oh my God. So I definitely want to try that. And the Gaia Green and the Green Rush together is supposed to be just the best.
Yeah, product. there's they have such a deep line that there's some like their bat guano and their mineral or in their basalt rock dust. They got so many different things that if you're really dialed in, you can use those Gaia Green products in conjunction with Green Rush. But honestly, most growers, you can use Green Rush and still have amazing grows. It's the guys that are really min-maxing, trying to get every single thing out of their plant. But you know what? Then you're spending more money, and then is it really worth investment to gram ratio? I'll leave that for you guys to decide. But Green Rush, in itself is just fantastic. But
facts.
Okay. Galaxy, yeah, I am in Canada. Shipping costs from Canada are absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, but all orders on Amazon, free shipping, and orders on Gambit Growing's site are free over $50. So I have really good shipping partners. Some of the orders to the States, I'll be honest, I make like 10%. But for me, I know it's a part of the game. I ordered like 150 tents my first order. I'm hoping the next one's way bigger, and then we're able to get better and better and better. But it's harder for the small guy because some of the bigger guys are selling for more money than us, and they order 30 times as much, and they're getting their cost per unit less, and their quality is actually less. So it's like their margins are crazy. But for me, it's not about that. And honestly, I think that's why I'm so excited to be a firefighter as well, to have that stability, that I don't have to sell myself out to keep the lights on, that I'm actually just running my business how I ethically and morally want to do that. And that's to help the community. And that's why I got into it. It's by growers for growers. Right, it's not buy growers for the bottom line and for more money. You know what I mean?
Facts. No, that for sure. And Corey told me that too. So I don't want to step on Mr. Tricomb's toes because it might be something he was trying to talk about earlier. But we have a mom and pop's grow store here that supplies like a lot of product, right? And we pretty much, if we go in there and tell them like, hey, look, this is a good product, and so we can definitely work on you getting into Ohio. I just don't. Is that a problem? Which evidently not. You can ship wherever you want now, right?
I can ship wherever we want. And so the issue then comes like, depending what they're wanting order-wise and order size-wise, you breach that $800 limit and it gets pretty expensive. But there's things like our clippers, our tent accessory packs, our fabric pots, in which I can get down there. And there's ways I know what, like within the law.
They order a lot of product. Like I can go in there and buy a whole setup. As far as, you know what I mean? And they probably got, 10 of them on the shelf. So
cool. Okay.
It's not that small of a, he's a small mom and pops, but he went all out.
That's cool. No, that's awesome. No, let's definitely chat about that.
Yeah.
Drop, just give them my website information, and if they like what they see, we can chat. And I'm still learning. It's every day things are changing with the tariffs, and I'm figuring out ways and loopholes that are within the law to get things down there. And luckily direct to consumer is fine. It's that B2B, business to business, that's a little bit tougher, but I'm working on it big time. But can you run Green Rush with Guy Green? Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Yes.
For sure.
Yes, for sure.
No worries, but I'm not a firefighter yet. I'm on the short list for my local department. I think they had over 200 applicants, and I made the top 5. So it's just they're waiting for funding. So I'm excited to get on. Grew up, my old man was a firefighter. My mom's a nurse. I wouldn't be surprised if they're watching right now. They're also big fans of growing. We all learned kind of together.
Awesome.
They love Gambit, so get to follow my old man's footsteps, which makes me really proud. Actually, get a little choked up thinking about that, because I grew up in the halls and looking up to him big time, and they're huge supporters of the business as well. And I'm excited to pretty much have just things are just looking so good. Got a great girl, great job on the way, great business, playing beach in the summer, and I got these awesome communities and friends like you guys that are wanting us to do well. And you know what, that's awesome. And you know what, that's what gets me up every day, excited to to kill it. So
hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, you guys, just remember, man, support Gambit Growing, man. The best way to do it right now is to hit Amazon up. Look through his products, man. His bags look good. I can't, I've never grown with any of his product. I'm not promoting him, man, but we promote everybody as far as support. And
we'll change that soon. Change that soon.
Let's go. I like to hear. Hey, listen, I germinate in a paper towel. I'm gonna start with this now. You know what I mean? I gotta start somewhere, right? Let's fucking grow.
No, 100%, dude. Well, you know what? I love the Root Nerds, man. And you know what? I think I'm allowed to say this, but I might. Mark and I are working once again. It's the tariffs, man. But I might be the Canadian distributor for Root Nerds, because you know what? We both love what each other's doing. He's gonna probably start having my products on his site as well. We're both so busy. He's working on his next order right now, and I'm trying to sell some more product because I'm trying to get a full container over. But the last thing that I think you guys will think will kind of cool, I'm surprised. We're just running out of time, but these are our Gambit solo cups. And for me, I always love to see how my roots are doing.
Right.
So what I did was I designed a clear solo cup that was on the inside. So whenever you got to check on your roots and see if they're root bound, if they need a transplant, you simply pull it up. And because I did it based on size difference, there's actually about a gap this big on the bottom of the black cup. So any extra water will get caught there. So it won't actually go and drip into your tent on the floor. It gets actually caught at the bottom. And as your soil dries out, it can actually feed back through the top. And so these are kind of cool little things that we have. So it's things like that, our inline fan. Those things aren't on Amazon because just frankly, the margins aren't there and they're just tougher to ship. And I'm still learning the whole Amazon thing. So guys, if there's things you want from the site and Amazon, you can buy them from both and I can ship them all out together. Just like message me on Instagram. I know it's a little clunky just because I'm not a big player yet. But you know what? I make it worth your while with some extras and this and that. So there's things on the site that you want, but aren't on Amazon. Let me know. But if it's on Amazon, I always appreciate going there more. I don't make as much money, but the reviews really help. So, yeah.
Good shit.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. Really do. And the next segment, we show grows and stuff, and you're more than welcome to chill up here on panel or jump into the chat, or if you got shit to do. I mean,
Corey, I always got shit to do, man.
I'm really glad that you came on tonight and got the word out there. Because I mean, that's how we get things out like that. Is just we tell our friends about it. We see somebody we like. We have them come on the show. I love what you're doing with your company. I love all your products. So I wish nothing but great things for you, man, to come.
Thanks, man. You know what? As Amazon grows and I'm getting the systems all rolled out, I'm gonna have more time for stuff like this, and maybe get my own grow underway, and then going to the shows, man. I haven't gone to any trade shows yet. I'd love to go to MG BizCon. I'd love to go to some of the bigger shows up here in Canada as well, and get the name out there. I know it ain't cheap, and it's just one of those things I always just like I said, everything goes back in the business. And so it's okay, what makes Gambit better? how do we spend, should we be spending on, what should we be ordering, what type of marketing should we be doing? So it's all those things, I take seriously. So the website looks good. Thanks, man. I built it myself. It's going to be getting better and better. And so, yeah, free shipping and all. Yeah. I think it's on, like 65, 50 or 60 US or something. And I have to double check. It's been a while, but for the most part, it's pretty solid there.
So you guys just remember,
Awesome,
we did the first thing ever, Gambit. We gave away something to everybody in chat on one of our things, one of our shows, and then we turned around and did it again. And then now that I'm thinking about it, we kind of did it again, because all you guys got to do is tell him that you watched the podcast tonight. Throw in Chronic Chatter, man, and he said he'd even throw in. He's blessing you with something else inside your order. And
yeah,
he can do that because he does it from home. This man is doing all this shit from home. So,
dude, I don't ship from my home. Do you know where I ship from? I ship from my 91-year-old grandmother's house, who is a huge gardener and loves to grow. In my previous business, I used to vinyl wrap high-end cars. You can Google me, Connor Barr, Wrap Like a King. I was the best installer in Canada. I got flown to SEMA in Vegas, and I ran that whole business out of my grand's garage. And I'm going to be sending this video to her later. So shout out, Gran. Her whole garage is now my warehouse. It's a total family affair. My parents support it. Gran's my freaking landlord. She's rocking the Chronic Clippers. She's gardening with me. She's stealing my Gaia Green and Green Rush all the time. That's the rent.
Awesome.
She just grabs whatever she wants. So no, man, it's when guys, by supporting me, you're supporting a grower, cares about the community, family oriented, family owned business. So you know what? And I'm happy to answer any questions. If you guys are like, hey man, I'm between this product and this product, tell me why you think I should go with you. I'll spend the time. And there'll be times I'll be like, man, you know what? Go with that other product. That fits what you're needing better. My word is my bond, and my integrity means something to me. So I'll always shoot you straight. If my stuff doesn't make sense for you, you know what? Tell me, I'll learn why it doesn't. And next iteration, I'll figure out ways to bring that, i.e. Muskoka Grower and yourself, BigTyme. I gotta make a smaller tent. I gotta have a stubby, and I gotta have a bigger one. So you know what? I'm always trying to get better.
I think it was Galaxy was asking earlier if maybe you guys would do a 3x3 foot tent too, because he's only got 3 foot. Maybe he's in a closet or under some stairs or something.
Oh, like height wise?
Yes.
So,
yes, I think so.
Some people in our chat, and I'll give another shout out to Crimson.
Yes, sir.
It's
I love the community, man.
He's a big cloning guy, so he's really taken it on, helping plan the cloning tent. So to me, a cloning tent as well as a propagation tent for the gardening community as well, like people who just like want to start tomatoes and stuff, because they don't need 6'6" tall tents, right? They need something that's smaller, so they can get their tomatoes, their chilies, their cucumbers, their squashes all started. And that will also work for propagating and cloning. And that's kind of like, I'm trying to make it so, this thing will help everyone. So.
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
Awesome,
so just know, I'm definitely ordering something, like I said, the shears right after the show, man. Hopefully we got everybody in chat. If you guys, please, if you haven't, go check him out. Hit him up. Connor, if you're dropping down at all, put your links in the chat.
Sure, man.
You know what I mean? Please do that. We're going to do a giveaway real quick. I know you hooked them up already, but
no, man, you guys keep spreading the love. And also, I see C Bunny in the chat, so I'll say hi to her. And then gardening for trichomes. Guys got a 4x2. He's got a tent in the cart, man. All I'll say is if you don't mind, if you want to grab it off Amazon and leave a review, you'll get the exact same product on Amazon. It doesn't show all the tent accessories and stuff, but you still get all that. You still get all that sent to you. It's one of those things. It's one of those things I've told my suppliers that I want to keep. When you go to the grocery store, you get some extras. You buy direct from my website, get some extras. But for people that know me, know the brand, I give those extras through Amazon. I just don't want Joe Blow, who's not who's a new time grower and who maybe's not ever been in the podcast or supporting. You know what? They won't get those extras. So it pays to support, channels like yourselves and go into your grocery stores and stuff like that. So it may look like those aren't included. Those are, and also the freebies will be included as well, because I pack everything at Grants.
Let's go. So I wanted to let you know, Mr. Trichomes is our third Chronic Chatter.
Oh, sick.
So yes, sir. He is definitely part of the team.
Part of the shit, part of the crew.
He was actually the first host. Corey is actually taken over for him.
Right on.
But so yeah, I just wanted to let not that you might give him nothing special. Don't get that motherfucker nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Mr. Tricone's is always part of the team. Always will be.
Always.
No, I like that, man.
Yes,
you guys take care of your own. That's sweet. That's really cool, guys. But
Appreciate
I'll let you do the giveaway. I know you guys probably want to show some grows. I think what GC
we probably won't have time, guys. I just want to remind you guys, normally we don't have a problem going up after the show, but I don't want to cut in. I want to go over and see this Sly interview with C Bunny and Gannick.
Yeah, Sly and C Bunny tonight.
9 o'clock. So if you guys ain't got nothing else to do, where we want to see you over at Sly Locos. Connor, bro, anytime, like I said, and anytime you want to bring yourself in that chat room, throw a link in, let people know a new product or something that you got going on, man, you are more than welcome, young man.
100%, man. No, I appreciate that. This has been awesome. And sorry to those who want to show up their grow. Got a little yapping too much. So
next week, man. It's all good.
Right.
A good conversation is a good conversation. I mean, how can you interrupt it? So,
100%.
No big deal.
Exactly, man. And you know what? I love all these podcasts and all this community. I'm even, C Bunny, I think we're messaging a couple on the weekend, trying to figure out when I'll go on there, trying to space them out. So I'm not talking about the same stuff to all you guys.
Right.
It's super cool, guys. And you know what? Thanks again for everything you do. And if you want to chat after the show later on, I'll get you guys all hooked up because, like I said, I appreciate everything you guys do for this community and giving a home for people on Monday nights.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, you guys, Connor, Gambit, grow, and let's fucking go.
Let's go, guys.
Hell
Cheers.
yeah.
And last thing, that intro song, is that on Spotify? That goes so hard. I want that song so bad. I was like, this is so sick. I'm like hyped up in the chat, ready to go.
Bro, I'm making I'm gonna make one with you in it. So don't wait for yours.
Dude, let's go,
man. Let's all the time, man. Yeah, he definitely makes some kick-ass tunes on there.
We got you, bro. It's AI. You know what I mean? It's AI, but I
don't care. Oh, dude, I couldn't tell, dude. I launched my YouTube soon, so I'd love something like that. I'd love to chat with you more and see how that all looks.
For sure, and you can give me some more information. The more I know, the more the song knows.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Well, right on, guys. Thanks again for having me. Absolute treat, absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to hanging out in the chat a little bit and coming on another time and just being a part of you guys' great community.
Thanks, Connor.
Hey, thanks, man. We'll see you. We'll definitely talk to you soon. You're welcome anytime. Anytime you got something new coming out, let me know. Contact one of us, and we'll get you on so you can let us all know about it. That's the only way
I'll get you guys in the Discord. I'll get you guys in the Discord as well because that's where I do have a chat with bigger members of the community and stuff where I'm letting some of the stuff go. Like we're chatting things out, so you'll know before everyone else. So yeah,
like
we'll get
you in there. Conference room, like a little separate conference room off on the side or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I got one. They don't know about that though. Shh.
Yeah, it's all good. You know what? You just never know who's in the cord, right? Got to keep some things under wrap, but eventually the community does all know. So apparently I'm supposed to check my Discord for a giveaway. Apparently,
and it sucks to tell people to leave too because we're having a conversation. It kind of makes them feel, you know what I mean. So yeah, we do that because.
It's just one of those things. Yeah, but like our Discord's awesome. Sky's even telling me to check it. There's just guys posting up genetics for giveaways for free out of their own pocket just because they love the community, love what I'm doing, and they want more people to come. So it's really a family in there, guys. And so, swing by. And find me on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, message me. You'll talk to me always. Connor, I'm the owner. Let's go, guys. Thanks for an awesome show. I appreciate it.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bud.
Have a good night, guys. Soon. Cheers. Bye now.
That was awesome, Corey. KindBudz.
I told you, hey, I find good people from time to time, don't I?
I never doubted you for a minute, buddy. That's why you're on the team, Bubba.
No, Connor is a really great guy. Like I said, as soon as I met him, I knew right away that we were going to be fast friends. I've checked out his stuff. It's amazing. I haven't got a chance to order any of it yet, but I am definitely planning on getting some stuff from him. So
look, 14 people ahead of you guys. You better hurry up on this giveaway. So we're gonna put. They was putting Gambit in. That's why they got it. I had this shit set up earlier. Shout out Gambit Growing Solutions. Yeah. So put Gambit in there, guys, and I'll tell you what you're winning tonight. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my StreamYard's all messed up. I can't see anything. I can't highlight comments. I can't even see comments on my phone. So I'm not sure what's going on tonight. I have to check that out, get that fixed.
We'll get that figured out, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Not a whole bunch tonight, guys. We ain't going all crazy. I did get another gift for our 500 subscriber giveaway. Shout out B&K Imperium here in Alliance down here on Union. This is a little what do you call that, Mr. KindBudz?
I would call that a little bubbler.
A little bubbler. Of course, it's brand new. BigTyme ain't even put his lips on it yet. Oh, no, I'm not going to, I promise. But yeah, so this is going to be thrown in one of the prizes that we got. Just wanted to show you guys that. I thought that was a bubbler. Taz says it's a bubbler. We're not going to show Grows tonight, guys. Just for the fact that we had a good night. And, you know, please go support Gambit. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Amazon. But you are also going to get some Royal cookies tonight by Queen Royal. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
U.S. Premium. They are feminized. 3 beans in there, Royal cookies by
nice.
Royal cookies by Queen Royal. And then also B&K Imperium gave me these. These were like $10 for this pack of honey cognac King Palm wraps. This will also be thrown in.
Those
and
are
of
nice.
course, we're going to give out also 10 regular OG Kush. So that's what
I'm getting ready to pop those.
We should have a lot of them out. Yeah, we should be able to have a lot of people having some OG Kush outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to grow a big plant outside, man, you got to grow that OG Kush. It's a land race. It's been around for a while. You guys will definitely enjoy it. So, yeah, that's what you're going to win. Remember, after the show tonight, you guys, Sly Loco, C Bunny, and Ganix is over there having an interview. I think it's an interview. It's a preview. Yeah. They'll be in the chat with us, chopping it up with us like they were there on the show. So make sure you guys go check that out after we do this drawing. We really appreciate your fucking time tonight, you guys. As always.
Yep, thanks for your support.
Facts. As far as shouting out all the other shows, most of you guys know where you're going to be the rest of the week. We're not going to do that tonight. If you want to know and you got to go hitting up Norma G. He's got everything. You already know it. Everything is on point on Norma G, man. Go hit him up. You can get your whole fucking week's memo. It tells you what's going on throughout the whole week for all the podcasts. And I don't know if he keeps it up to date with new people coming on, but I'm sure he will. So, yeah, go check him out, please. Shout out the community, you guys. We really appreciate you guys all the time. Always showing love. We had a good turnout last week. If you guys didn't receive them, because I did send them out. If you didn't receive them, just please hit me up again. If you guys, and that goes for anybody that's won anything throughout the whole time Chronic Chatter's been on. If you have not received what you were supposed to get, unfortunately, if it was a long time ago, we might not replace it with the same stuff. But I will make sure it's right, guys. I promise you that.
Bro, we all know how the mail runs, man. That's
right. And I was trying to cheat the mail, man. I was trying to cheat the system for the minute there. So give your boy a break, you know. I didn't have much support.
We got it under control now.
Right, yeah. So we got some more support going on. So I got it under control, you guys. So, yeah.
So good luck to everybody. Give them about another 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. 33 people in there. I like that number, you guys. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit up Amazon. There should be a chat section after you purchase. It's after your purchase. It tells you to leave a comment for the buyer. But here we go. Good luck, you guys.
Good luck, guys.
Who we gonna get tonight?
Almost third good. It was RJS though. Congratulations, RJ.
Oh, RJS, boy, and he just
That's
talked about
awesome.
setting up a new fucking tent.
Did you see how close it was to third good, man?
Yeah.
You must have ran
shit.
out of luck tonight, buddy.
So,
Congratulations, RJ. You definitely deserve it, buddy. You deserve it. RJ is a huge supporter of the show. He's a great guy. He's just getting into growing, just got a new setup. So yeah, let's give him some support and welcome him to the wonderful world of growing.
Facts. Thank you. RJ, hit me up on Discord, man. I already gave you the OG. So I got some other ones. I'll update the list. You guys, if you haven't noticed, there's a list of genetics that we do have. Thanks, J Rats, man. We'll be over there here soon. That we do have. Not for free. Donations, though. We don't sell them. It's donations. But we will get them out to you if you guys are interested. Most of them are F1 regs. A lot of them are mine, but there are some femmes too. So go check it out on our Discord. Make sure you check out everybody's grows. RJS is one of them in there. He's a new grower. He's doing real fucking good, man. Good. RJ, I really appreciate you, bro. For real. Doors, you too, buddy. I ain't forgot about you. Monkey Man. Sky Flowers, nice meeting you. Thanks for coming over, showing some support, buddy. Mama BigTyme is always in the house. Let's go.
Yeah, my buddy Third Good Jenkins, my brother from another mother.
Right, let's go. Hey, you guys.
Curly Greenleaf.
Yes, we didn't forget about none of you guys, man. I promise you, I was trying to get you out there. Todd, that's my motherfucking brother from another mother. No, he hooked.
Certified old guy. Yep.
Certified old guy. Let's go, Ohio. But yeah, with that being said, you guys, it was a good fucking show. Great show. It was a great show. And as always, I'll make a video of the update, but you guys can see that girl back there just stretching. You ain't gonna be able to see Root Nerds pretty soon. Shout out Chad Westport. I don't know if the vote is over. Is it over already? I think it's still going. It's still going. So make sure you vote for Chad. And let's go check out that Sly Loco, you guys. You guys have a good night.
Peace out, y'all.
See ya.